Some losses do not shatter you in a single moment. They echo, quietly, relentlessly. It's the phone call you wish you could unhear, the message you still cannot delete, the chair that remains empty in a way no one else notices. And the hardest part? The world does not stop to acknowledge what just broke inside you. Life does not pause when someone disappears from it. That is what makes loss so disorienting. The world continues at its ordinary speed while something inside you has been permanently slowed. People still laugh, traffic lights still change, morning still comes, and you stand there, vaguely aware that you are now living in a version of reality you were never trained to inhabit. Albert Camus once wrote, "In the depth of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer." He did not write that as a poet chasing beauty. He wrote it as a man who understood the absurd weight of existence. If your heart feels unbearably heavy right now, it is not because you are weak. It is because you loved without holding back. And people who love deeply always grieve deeply. That is not your flaw. That is your humanity. There is something inside you that has not been touched by what happened, not erased, not diminished, untouched. Something within you is still alive, even if all you can feel today is pain. And as long as something in you is alive, your life is not finished. Most people misunderstand resilience. They imagine it as toughness, the ability to remain unmoved. But real resilience is far quieter than that. It is the decision, often made unconsciously, to remain available to life, even after life has proven it can take things from you. Especially then, you may notice that your perception has sharpened. Loss does this. Trivial concerns begin to look exactly as trivial as they always were. Conversations become more honest. Your tolerance for the artificial quietly dissolves. You are not broken. You are being reshaped by something you did not choose. And reshaping is painful, but it is not the same as destruction. The philosopher Simone Weil suggested that attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. After loss, your attention changes. You begin to see people more clearly. You recognize fragility everywhere. And strangely, this does not weaken you. It matures you. There is a sentence the writer James Baldwin once expressed with remarkable precision. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. There is nothing ahead of you that requires denial. You are not being asked to pretend this did not matter. It mattered enormously, which is precisely why your response to it will matter. Here is something worth understanding early. Closure is largely a cultural myth. Lives do not tie themselves into neat conclusions. Some absences remain open spaces. And yet we have a remarkable ability, not to erase those empty spaces, but to grow our lives around them. You don't really get over people you truly loved. You learn to move forward with them in the way you speak, the choices you make, the person you are becoming. If you look at people who carry a quiet strength, the kind that makes others feel safe around them, you'll often find a story beneath the surface. They have faced life as it is, and instead of running from it, they let it shape them. The psychiatrist Irvin Yalom said that thinking about death isn't dark or unhealthy. It can wake us up to life. When we stop believing everything will last forever, something becomes clearer. We realize we can't keep putting things off. Being honest starts to feel essential. We stop assuming there will always be more time. And with that realization, life begins to feel different, more real, more urgent, more precious. Don't rush past this moment. It's hard-earned understanding, but it is understanding. The pain you feel now is the cost of having loved something that truly mattered. You may wonder if you'll ever feel like your old self again. You won't, but that isn't always a loss. We are not meant to stay the same forever. Psychologist Carl Rogers once said, "The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. You're allowed to be exactly where you are, confused, thoughtful, quieter than before. You don't have to pretend you're fine, but accepting where you are is not the same as giving up. Your life isn't shrinking, it's rearranging itself. And while that's happening, it often feels uncertain. Think about this. The person you lost helped shape you. That doesn't disappear just because they aren't here anymore. It lives on in your habits, your decisions, your sense of what truly matters. In many ways, what you shared is already part of who you are now. The real question isn't whether you carry them with you. You already do. The real question is how intentionally you will live from here. After grief, some people develop a quiet steadiness. Not distance, not coldness, just steadiness. They stop panicking about small things. They understand deeply that life is fragile and extraordinary at the same time. If you feel that calm starting to grow in you, don't fight it. It means you're growing. The poet Friedrich Hölderlin wrote, "Where the danger is, grows the saving power also." Often the experiences that feel like they will break us slowly become the source of our strength. Not right away, not comfortably, but eventually. You don't have to force meaning out of your pain. Life doesn't work like that. Understanding usually forms quietly, over time, as you keep living. So keep going, not aggressively, just gently keep going. Make plans, even small ones. Say yes to simple invitations. Let sunlight touch you, in real ways and symbolic ones. Moving forward does not betray what you lost. Staying stuck does not prove love. There is nothing noble about disappearing from your own life. At some point, and you may not even notice when the sharp pain of this absence will begin to ease. The memories will still be there, but they won't take up all your thoughts anymore. And in that space that slowly opens up, your energy will start to return, quietly. One day, you'll find yourself curious about something again. Another morning, you'll hear yourself laugh, naturally, and you won't feel guilty afterward. These moments are not betrayals. They are signs that you are healing. They are signs that you are human. We are built to recover. We are built to begin again. The writer Toni Morrison once said, "You want to fly, you got to give up the things that weigh you down." Grief isn't something you throw away, but over time, it changes. It becomes less like a heavy burden and more like depth. And depth doesn't stop you from rising. It helps you stay steady when you do. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means being able to remember without falling apart each time. You don't need to become fearless after loss. You don't need to be unshakable. What you can become is grounded. Someone who understands that we don't control everything, that time is limited, and that being present is what truly matters. Look carefully. Even after everything, your ability to care is still there. Your sense of beauty is still there. Your intelligence, your humor, your creativity. None of it disappeared. It's still inside you, waiting for you to let it live again. So let it step back into your life, not as the person you used to be, but as someone who has grown deeper, someone less distracted by small things, someone more awake to what truly matters. Loss changed your life, but it didn't erase you. You are still here. And as long as you are here, possibility is here too. And once you start to see possibility again, it quietly begins to grow. Move forward, not to fight what happened, but to live alongside it. You don't have to forget. You just have to live in a way that carries what mattered into what comes next. Loss changed you, but it did not finish you. There is still love ahead, still laughter, still moments that will surprise you and take your breath away. Stay long enough to see it. That isn't just recovery, that is growth.